So in this question we're going to look at how we can use the completing the square technique to solve a quadratic equation. So the first part of the question, in completing the square, requires you to change a quadratic into a different form where the main part is something squared plus some constant. When we've done this, we're then asked to use the word hence always generally means use what you've already done to solve this equation. So I'll now show you how to do that. So if we take x squared minus 4x minus 10, and we set it equal to something squared, then we should know that to get x we're going to need x here, so that it will be x squared. And I'll show you that in a moment if you're not quite sure what I mean. And then we should also know that we need to subtract the 2 here. Now I'll expand this in case you didn't understand what I was doing there. So that means x minus 2 times x minus 2. Now x times x gives me x squared, is what I want. And then I have x times minus 2x, and a minus 2 times x giving me minus 4x. So that gives me what I want. So this bit ensures that I get x squared and minus 4x. However, the minus 2 times the minus 2 will give me a plus 4. Now I don't want the plus 4, I want a minus 10. So, yep, so we have a minus 10 minus 4. The minus 10 is there to match with this, and the minus 4 is there to take away the plus 4 that comes out of the squaring of the brackets. So if we now write that a bit of space here then, so we've got x squared minus 4x minus 10 equals x minus 2 squared minus 14. So our a is minus 2 and our c is minus 14. So if we now set this, then if we're trying to solve x squared minus 4x minus 10 equals 0, we can write it in the other form, and this will make it easier to solve the equation. So because x squared minus 4x minus 10 can be written as x minus 2 squared minus 14, if we solve this, we'll get answers that solve that. So if I rearrange this slightly, we've got x minus 2 squared equals 14, and then if I square both sides, I have x minus 2 equals the square root of 14, and plus or minus, because a negative squared, as we know, gives us a plus. So we have two answers then. We have x equals 2 plus root 14, or we'll have x equals 2 minus root 14. So we do the last bit with our calculator. I'll just get one ready. I'll put that there. So 2, and I'll clear that. So we want 2 plus square root 14 equals, I'll round that to one decimal place. You can see that's 5.7. Clear that, and then 2 minus square root 14 and minus 1.7. So that's completing the square to solve a quadratic equation.